Hey everybody, I hope you've all been doing amazing. So just recently I started watching the Basement Tapes, which is Jack, Kelly, Sharon, and Ozzy go back and watch the old episodes of the Osbournes when it was on in the early 2000s. They talk about stuff going on. It's very interesting, but it got me thinking about all the people, celebrities we have lost. Like celebrities I grew up watching, listening to. Like, for instance, my very first concert I ever went to was George Michael. I saw him in Lansdowne Park in Ottawa, Ontario. I was 10 or 11, I think. I'm predating myself there. No, I would have to have been older than that, maybe 12. And great experience. It was all general admission, so they were standing. Got there early enough, pushed my way up to the stage. Like literally, there was like one person ahead of me from touching George Michael, and of course. He never reached out for anybody's hands in the crowd because we would have yanked him in. Like, just, I understand why, because I was just reaching like George, and he would never touch my hand or anybody else's hands because safety. I get that. But then, of course, he passed away on Christmas Day, which is fitting for the song Last Christmas, which is, yeah, so. God, it's got to be almost 10 years since he's been gone. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then Prince, another singer I used to love watching. Now, of course, in the beginning, I did scrutinize him. I used to make fun of him. But as I got older, I appreciated his music and his sound. And so, yeah, actually, a friend of mine called me at work and told me, "Oh, you're not going to believe who passed away." And for some reason, right then and there, I thought George Michael. But she said, "Nope, it was Prince." And then George, I think, passed a year or two after that. Ozzy Osbourne, another one. Since we're speaking of the Basement Tapes, Ozzy, I mean, yet again, another one I didn't appreciate when I was younger. Like, my brother would be playing his albums and everything, but yet again, I'm like, oh, he's weird, and you know what? But no, he was just a pure hard rocker. Betty White, watched the Golden Girls. Robin Williams, watched Mork and Mindy when I was a kid. Like Shannon Doherty, she was another one. Watched Beverly Hills 90210, and it just kind of goes to show that you think that you're untouchable, right? Like nothing can ever happen to you, but yet, people suffer from Parkinson's. Ozzy did. Shannon Doherty had cancer. I know before George died, he got very sick. He almost died before. And, like, it's just a lot of things that you don't realize that people are into. Like, or health conditions. Like, and I think a lot of it is you think they're just untouchable. And they kind of are, like, depending on certain celebrities, if they keep to themselves, they don't disclose their personal lives. Like Diane Keaton. I love Diane Keaton. Like, I mean, she did a movie that I absolutely love called The Other Sister. And if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's got Juliette Lewis, Giovanni Ribisi, and Diane Keaton. Tom Skerritt, very good movie. It's a coming of age is what they normally call it, a coming of age film. But yeah, we just think that, you're just on the outside looking in, right? You're just thinking, oh, no, they don't have health issues or they don't have cancer. Or you just don't really know. And I mean, it's totally up to them not to, because they don't want to be seen any differently, right? Like Ozzy Osbourne, you saw him as the Prince of Darkness. That's what he wanted you to see. He didn't want you to see the man that was suffering Parkinson's who could barely walk or had difficulty speaking. And of course, a lot of people were saying, oh no, it's from all the years of drug abuse that he did. Well, so what? I mean, we're all not angels. We're not all saints on this planet. I'm sure there's things, or we've had things happen to us that, we're not perfect. But yeah, so I mean, for all the celebrities that I used to watch growing up with, and like Hulk Hogan, another one, who died a couple days after Ozzy. I always remember, fondest memory I have is watching wrestling with my dad on Saturdays. And of course, there was Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant, all those who have gone as well. Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's just don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what that person's battling or dealing with. Try to be an ear for somebody to, and try not to be like too judgmental. Because like I said, I know that we have our faults. We have people who play the victim when they're better off more than some people. I don't know. I think just, be better. Just try to, if you see somebody, just even go out of your way and just say hey to them, Whether they say hey back or they tell you to F off, then, I mean, at least you made the attempt and, But yeah, just... And with COVID and everything too, we had to separate, and the big, huge debate on that, which I'm not going to get into because it's not even worth the time anymore. But just, I don't know. It's a big realization I'm having right now. Just because you hear it and you're like, oh, that's so sad, But when you think about it, more and more of these great people that we grew up with, that we take for granted that they're always going to be there, aren't going to be. So, anyways, have a great day, everybody. Mwah, love ya. We'll be chatting soon, okay? Bye-bye.